Baby girl, leave me, don't leave me. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave me. Please show me your true colors. Yeah. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave me. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave me. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave me. Baby girl, leave me, don't.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. First, I want to give honor to God who's head of my life. And I know without him, there's no me. You know what I'm saying? I want to give God all the praise this morning, all the glory. Because through him, any and everything is possible. Through God, any and everything is possible. So I want to start off by giving God his praise this morning, giving God his just due. You know what I'm saying? This your boy Big Val Opinion. I'm back. I'm on live right now, and I'm hoping that everyone that was in my live or everyone that was with me yesterday is still here today, because I know that somebody that went to sleep last night did not wake up this morning. So let's thank God for the life that He put inside of us, and not take life for granted. Let's lead by example. Let's be somebody important. And remember, we all are role models for somebody. Remember, there's always somebody watching. So, with that being said, let's just be mindful of the things we do. Let's be mindful of the things we say. Let's watch how we carry ourselves. And just try to be that motivation to the next generation that's coming behind us. You know what I'm saying? To say that they can do, or if they can do, or they can achieve even greater heights than we achieve throughout life. You know what I'm saying? Let's give our youth some motivation to be great, to be better. You know what I'm saying? Because they are the future. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, we gotta lead by example. I'm not saying be perfect. I'm not perfect. There's no one on this earth walking that's perfect, but you know what I'm saying? Let's just remember to be mindful of the things that we do, how we go about doing things, things that we display, you know what I'm saying? Things that we pass off, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, there's always somebody watching. Somebody is always watching you. And you'll never be surprised, uh, of how your actions could impact the next person. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very possible that you know that your actions could impact the next person. So what I want to say is I want to challenge people to just lead by example. Melly J, what's up? What's up? Good morning. I'm on here with my morning message. I feel like I feel like I wanted to start doing morning messages because I get off early in the morning, so hopefully people will get it. This Lady T, what's going on? And my morning message for today is to lead by example. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to understand we must lead by example. And if we lead by example, we know that the future will be in good hands. You know what I'm saying? Because if we are doing the right things and doing all the things that we're supposed to do, that means the youth that's coming under us, that's looking up to us, would understand how important it is to be somebody of, to be somebody, to be something great, to understand their purpose, getting ready for work and listening. I appreciate you stepping in and listening. You know what I'm saying? I just want to encourage people to lead by example. You know what I'm saying? To lead by example. A lot of times we get complacent. Like I was speaking to my one of my homies last night, who I'm going to be bringing to the channel, who's a producer, he's an artist, he's a rapper, he's a photographer. He has multiple attributes. And me and him was speaking. And one thing about life, two things in life that you don't want to be. How's it going, Fantasia? Two things in life you don't want to be, and that's content and complacent. If you're content and you complacent, you're not progressing. You don't want to ever be content and complacent because that doesn't allow you to progress. In life, you should always seek more. You should always want more. You should never be comfortable. You should never be okay with just enough. Everything in this world is out here is available for all of us. So we should always want more. We should always want more. Courtney Love, hey, good morning. We should always want more. And if we lead by example and we are out here showing our younger generation how to be hungry, how to be eager, how to not be satisfied with what they give you, then our youth will understand the importance of pushing hard, pushing ahead, moving forward, wanting more, not settling, not allowing somebody to tell you this is what you can be, other than you telling yourself this is what I'm going to be. Because that should be the only thing that should be the only thing that matters when it comes to a person. What I'm going to be. I've never let someone tell me what they think I should be. Only thing that matters to me in life is what I'm going to be. And if I say I'm going to be something, I'm going to be that at all costs, at all extent. It doesn't matter. There's no limit to that. There's no ceiling to that. I mean, I'm going to push for that. You know what I'm saying? And if you lead by example and we show our youth that no matter what a person say to you, no matter what a person tell you you can and can't do, if you set it in your mind, yourself, then you can achieve that. But one thing that we must not do is get content in life, and we must not ever get content, and we must not ever get complacent. Because once you put those two things together, then you're not allowing yourself to progress in life. And if it is something that's out there for you, you will never get it. Because you're not applying yourself for it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta always leave ourselves room to grow. And sometimes I know a lot of people, what causes a lot of people to get content and complacent is fear of change. What causes people to get content and complacent is the fear of change. One thing about life, the only way you can grow is you have to change. Like my grandmother always told me, in life, you're going to have to get uncomfortable in order to get comfortable. And that was a concept that I didn't understand at a young age. Like, why would I go and put myself in an uncomfortable situation? But it's when your back against the wall is when you're at your best. When your back is against the wall is when you're at your best. You know what I'm saying? How many times y'all felt like you was at your lowest point? And when you're at your lowest point, you told yourself, look, I'm not going to allow myself to go down. I'm going to fight until I get back up to the top. And that has to be your mentality even when you're on the top. When you get to the top, you still got to want to get above that. You should never get complacent. You should never get content with life because there's always room to grow. And if you push yourself to the maximum limit, imagine, always understand that there's always somebody watching. There's always someone watching. You are a motivation. You are a role model. Each and every one of us are a role model in our own perspective. We may not be the person that's on TV or the person that's in these rap songs. Sorry about that. Just because we're not on TV, just because we're not rappers or actors or mainstream celebrities or whatever, we all are role models in our own perspective. I look at myself, I'm just as big as I'm just as much as a role model as Michael Jackson. You know, my kids see me. They don't see Michael Jackson. So I have to hold myself to that same accountability as I would hold a role model that I look up to, because I know that there's someone watching me. There is someone watching me, and they're looking to me for answers to navigate throughout this thing called life. And if I show them the importance of pushing, if I show them the importance of not giving up, if I show them the never getting content, never getting complacent, not settling for what they give you, but always want more. Guess what? My children will always, they would understand what it means to overachieve. It's okay to overachieve in life. And guess what? And if you have friends around you, if you have family around you who's telling you what you shouldn't do, or who's not supporting you want more in life, those are the people that you have to separate yourself from. There's no hard feelings. There's no hard feelings, but you don't understand my mission. You know what I'm saying? My mission is for me. And people have to understand what's for me is what's for me. And what is for you is what's for you. We may not align. We may not align. We may not have the same intention. And in life, no two people have the same purpose. So my purpose may be different from yours, but I'm not going to get content and complacent because you feel as though you don't want me to grow, because you don't want me to leave you behind. That's not how life works. You have to allow yourself to continue to grow. It's like a rose. You're going to blossom at every level. At every level, you're going to blossom within due time. You will start to blossom. You know, life is not a fast track. It's not a fast, it seems like it moves fast because you allow yourself to just go with whatever's going on. But you have to remove yourself from the fast-paced life that we're so accustomed to living, because we just go with the flow of whatever that's going on, and understand if you start living for your purpose, and once you start to live for your purpose, life is going to be way more understandable for you. Things are going to slow down drastically for you, and you're going to find that time to perfect what it is that your purpose is in life. No matter what, you have to understand what your purpose is. And when you understand what your purpose is, you're going to live out that purpose to the best of your ability. And understand, you are a role model to somebody. There's always somebody looking up to you. How many of y'all can say y'all have little cousins, or even if y'all have children or friends that y'all grew up with, that one day they tell you, I used to look up to you when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all ever had that? Have y'all ever had someone come up to y'all and say, I used to look up to you when I was a kid? And you didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't look at ourselves in that type of form, because we're not that mainstream celebrity or that entertainer that's on TV. But guess what? We as regular people are role models in our own perspectives. We are role models in our own perspective, because sometimes some people may look at things and say, I could never be that. But they will look at you and say, well, then you are a normal person. Well, I can be like, I know for a fact, I've heard my kids on countless occasions, I want to be like my dad. And I will always tell my kids, I like the fact that you want to be like your dad, but I want you to be better than me. That's why I'm showing you the struggles. I'm showing you the pain. I'm showing you how difficult it is. I'm going through the hard times. I'm going through the difficult times so that it's easier for you to prosper and blossom more than I did, as I came through. But what I show my kids courage. I show my kids strength. I show my kids I tell my kids to believe in yourself. Don't never let someone tell you what you can be. Don't never let nobody tell you who you are. At the end of the day, you know who you are, and you know what you want to be. You reach for the moon, you reach for the stars, and guess what? And if you feel like you can go to the moon, guess what? You make that happen. You make it come true. Don't let another person tell you that you can't do it. And that's what we have to do as leaders. We have to lead by example and show the younger youth that, you know what I'm saying, we have to show them how important it is to achieve. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to achieve. It's okay to want things out of life. It's okay to want to be your own boss. It's okay to want to run a corporation. It's okay to want to be a CEO. It's okay to do whatever it is that you want to do in life. But you are the best. Long as you are the best at whatever it is you choose to do in life. You know, I feel like, you know, coming on here with a morning message of inspiration, man, because guess what? This is the thing. These are some of the thoughts that I have within my heart. And I know that it can help somebody, because not everybody out there is motivated to move forward in life. There's a lot of people in life that is content. There's a lot of people in life that is complacent, because a lot of people don't like change. And one thing about life, you're gonna go through changes, and you're gonna have to go through changes if you want to achieve anything in life. Nobody gets nowhere remaining the same. You don't make it nowhere in life remaining the same. You know what I'm saying? You can't stay working a job making $7.25 an hour, and every year the cost of living go up by $1.50. Eventually, that $7.25 an hour, you're going to be working for free. You're not going to even be able to pay your rent. You're not going to be able to put food on your table. So you can't be afraid of change. You have to be willing to change. You have to want to change. You can't be complacent in life, because guess what? No matter how complacent you are, no matter how content you are, life is still going to move forward. It's not going to slow down for you. Man, Jay, so you sure bringing the message and Big Vibe opinion. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And this just on my heart this morning. This is what was on my heart this morning. As I was getting ready to get off work, I was thinking about something that I wanted to talk about, and this is the message that came to me to give to y'all. I understand. I want people to understand in life, we cannot continue to be content and complacent, and that is one of the biggest things that has restricted us as a culture, as a race, from the success that we could achieve, because a lot of us is so afraid of change to the point to where we get content and complacent. And no matter how content and complacent we get in life, time does not stop and wait for us. Time does not stop and wait for us. Time continues to move forward. So at some point in time, you can either change willingly, or you're gonna have to change forcefully. But who want to do something? Who want to be forced to do something? Why should you have to be forced to want something greater in life? Why should you have to be forced to want more out of life? Life owe you. Make it pay. Go out and get it. People like to say life don't owe you nothing. Yeah, life do owe you something. Life owe you everything that you want out of it. But you have to apply yourself first. You have to apply yourself. If you don't apply yourself, you're just going to get gobbled up and left behind. Life is not going to stop. Time don't go in reverse. Time don't go in reverse. It's always moving forward. So what are you going to do? You're going to either get with the program, or you're going to get left behind. Yep, time Time wait for no man. Exactly, it doesn't. Just Lady T say, Big Five. And next year you will own your own business. And that's the goal. That's the goal for me, Miss Lady T. I got some I got some great ideas. And I got great ideas. And I know I've been one to procrastinate a lot. I procrastinate a lot because I overthink things. And that's one thing we have to stop doing. We have to stop allowing ourselves to overthink and overprocess things. Because more than likely, when you overthink things, that's the devil. The devil is trying to tell you what's out there for you that is not for you. If you tell yourself you want to own a trucking company, you supposed to convince yourself, I want to own a trucking company. Whatever it is in life that you want to do, you're supposed to be able to convince yourself this is what I want to do. You have to convince yourself that's what you want to do. You're gonna have to take that leap of faith. You're gonna have to fail. You're gonna have to fall. But one thing about falling, you can always have an option to get up. You always have an option to get up. You know what I'm saying? One thing about life, man, it may not ever be a picture perfect picture. But long as you can put the pieces together, you can make it work. But you cannot be afraid to fail. You cannot be afraid to try. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to know what works for you if you don't try. Experience, trial and error. It's the greatest experience in life. Is you going in life and through life, you're going to try shit, and some stuff going to work, some stuff not going to work. Guess what? People don't understand. Even when you do shit and you fail, you still get a lesson. You can gain from losing. You can gain from failing in life. You can gain from not being successful in life. There's always something to gain from anything you attempt in life. From anything you do in life, there's always something to gain from it. There's always a lesson and a blessing in anything that you do in life. You just have to change the way that you look at things. You know what I'm saying? We always like a person, you work a job, you get, if you go apply for this job making 6 figures, but you at a job where you making 5 figures, but you want to go apply for a job making 6 figures. And you go apply for that job making 6 figures and you get denied, you get down. Oh man, that's just not the job for you. That's just not the job for you. See, God deny you to see are you hungry? You know what I'm saying? Because you'll go put in an application at one job for that. You say, oh, you're gonna make 6 figures. You go apply for that job making 6 figures, and once you get denied, you will stop trying. That means you're not serious. That means you're not serious. That's not the only job that's out here that's going to be willing to pay you 6 figures. But if that's the only option that you're looking into, then you're not trying. You should always be motivated. You should always be hungry. When you get denied, that means like they say, when one door closed, another door will open. But if you give up at that first door closing, then you'll never know what door gonna open. You'll never know what door is gonna open. You will never know what door is gonna open if you give up at the first door that closed. That's why I tell people there's always a lesson in everything you do. Even when you fail, there's a lesson. Even when you fail, there's a lesson that comes from it. No matter what you do in life, you know what I'm saying? No matter what you do in life, that's just like a kid. Even if that's like a kid. If you touch something hot, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I burnt myself. That hurt. But you learned something in the process of burning yourself. That shit was hot. You know next time not to touch that. That's a lesson. See, That's what people fail to not understand. There's always a lesson. There's always a lesson in everything that you do in life. That's the way God designed it. But you have to be willing to understand. You have to be willing to accept it. Hey Tammy, how you doing, Tammy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today's morning message is lead by example. Lead by example. Lead by example. We all are role models in some way, form, shape, or fashion. Remember, there's always someone looking up to you. There's always someone who wants to be the next you. So hold yourself accountable to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do to ensure that the next you will be even greater than you. You know what I'm saying? When they say, oh, they can't deal with two of me, well, hey, I'm a one-on-one, and the person coming after me gonna be a one-on-one. But it's gonna be a even better version of me because I'm gonna go through the struggles. I'm gonna go through the trial and error to get it right. So when I pass the information down to the next that looks up to me, they're not gonna have to go through the struggles that I went through. They will be able to achieve and excel on heights that I would have never excelled in. Because I'm invested in leading by example. I'm invested in being that role model. I'm invested in showing my children and telling my children not to be complacent, not to be content. Always try. Always try. One thing about it, when you try, you're going to fail. One thing, if you go into a situation, understand in life, one thing in life you have to remember is you're going to fail, but if you go into situations knowing that you're going to fail, knowing that you might not get hired, knowing that you might quit, knowing that you may not be able to control your temper, when you go into situations already knowing that there's a chance that things may not go the way that you think they may go, therefore you can deal with that adversity differently when it comes to you, because you already know that, it's going to be some adversity in life. We all are going to face it. We all are going to go through it. But the best thing to do is to understand it when you see it. If you understand adversity when you see it, you can better deal with it. Therefore, you don't get discouraged when you get denied. To get denied ain't to get discouraged. To get denied, that means that's just not for you. But continue to push, continue to seek, because eventually your breakthrough is going to come through. But one thing about your breakthrough is not just going to come to you. You're going to have to go to it. You're going to have to go to your breakthrough. Your breakthrough is not just going to come sit in your lap. Just like your bills come to you in the mail, but you got to go pay it. Right? Your bill come to you, but you got to go pay it. You get what I'm saying? Tanya Campbell, good morning, good morning. See, in life, one thing about everything you want in life, you got to go and get it. You got to go and do it. See, it's easy for somebody to send you a bill. They'll send you a debt. But you got to go and pay it. You got to do the paying. You got to do your part. And guess what? When you can't do your part, they'll come take it. They'll shut it off. You know what I'm saying? They'll close it out. They'll close it out. They'll shut it off. They'll come take it. If you don't do your part. So we can't continue to think in a content mindset. We can't continue to have a complacency in life. We can't continue to be okay with bare minimum. We can't continue to accept just enough. You know what I'm saying? We have to seek to want more. We have to want more. Rebecca, good morning. Good morning. You have to want more. It's a blessing. Each and every last one of us that's in this chat, each and every person in this world, God has a blessing for all of us. But when the way God work is, He's not just gonna come and lay your blessing in your lap. He's not gonna come knock at your door and say, here you go. God wants you to attempt. You have to put in work. You have to do your part. Because if you do your part, then God will see that in you, and He will bring that. He will show you that blessing. He will lead you the way to that blessing. Like I say, people get discouraged behind failure. And in life, you shouldn't even get discouraged behind failure. When you fail at something, that just means something else is coming around. Yes, that's why it's here, Tanya. That's why it's here. When you fail at one thing, like I'm telling you, they say when one door closed, another door open, but you got to be willing to go to the next door. If you're not willing to go to the next door, then you just gonna sit there, crying and upset, trying to why me, and if it was this, if I was white, if it was something, we're gonna make excuses for failure. Ain't only excuse for failure is giving up. That's it. The only excuse for failure is giving up. That's the only excuse for failure in life, is giving up. If you fail and you give up, you might well throw in the towel. If you fail, you might well throw in the towel. I think we get comfortable in the job, relationships, etc., and we don't believe in ourselves. And that could be true, and that's a part of the complacency. That's a part of being complacent and content. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we block us. A lot of times we are our own worst enemy, because we block those blessings that's out there for us by being comfortable in the situation that we in. But one thing about God tells us we have to take that leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about it, if it's something in life that you want to do, you're not thinking about that just because it is something you want to do. God put that on your mind for a reason. If it's something that you want to venture out and do, you thinking about it for a reason, because God is showing you, hey, I understand that you okay where you at, but at the end of the day, guess what? There's more out there for you. But one thing about more that's out there for you, you have to be willing to go out there and get it. You have to be willing. Like my grandmother said, man, in life, you're gonna have to get uncomfortable in order to get comfortable. This message came to me this morning because I felt like I needed to share it. We are leaders, and we have to lead by example. There's always someone looking up to us, even when we don't think so. Even when we don't think so, there's always somebody looking up to you. Whether it's your children, whether it's your little cousins, whether it's your auntie, no matter, whether it's somebody that you work with, it's always somebody that that's looking up to you. But they just they haven't said nothing to you, because that's just how God works. But you are an example. You are a leader. You are a role model. Therefore, we have to be mindful of the things we do. We have to be mindful of the things we say. Let's continue. We have to motivate the youth to understand that there's no ceiling to the success that they can have. There's no limit to the success that they can have. They should always understand what it means to reach high as you could possibly reach. It's out there. Like our ancestors went through the pain, they went through the heartache, they went through the trauma, they went through hell and hot water for us to be able to be here and live the way that we live. Therefore, we have to go through we have to go through and fix the bugs and point out the signs and even out the playing field, so that the generation behind us come through, guess what? They will be able to take over this world. They will be able to run this world because we have put forth. Then we have unlocked the world to be open for them to be free, to be able to think that they can be and achieve whatever it is in life that they want to achieve. I know for a fact when I was coming through elementary, middle school, I didn't understand. I didn't understand what it was. I didn't have nobody teaching me or telling me that I could be a president. I didn't have nobody telling me that I could be Bill Cosby, or I didn't have nobody telling me that I could be a professor. No, what I did have somebody offering me a pack. I had somebody offering me a pack. I had somebody handing me a gun. I had somebody passing me a liquor bottle. I had somebody asking me, do I want to hit the loud? But why didn't I have nobody telling me that I could be whatever in life that I want to be? Therefore, we have to lead by example and encourage our younger generation that they can be whatever it is that they want to be. We have to lead by example. We have to set the bar we have to set the bar so high to where they have no other choice but to reach higher. There's no more we have no more time to waste being content. We have no more time to waste being complacent. We have to start reaching. We have to start wanting more out of life. Like I tell people, if you work in a job making $7.25, guess what? Time is steady moving ahead. Eventually, you're going to be working for free. So you should seek out something more. You should seek something greater. And guess what? When one door closed, another door open. But the only way that you will know that another door open, you have to continue to push. Don't be discouraged because things may not be clear today. Because what's not clear today may be fucking very visible tomorrow. Understand, God is in control. God will test you. If you say you believe in God, God will test your faith. God will test your faith. If you say that's what you say you believe in God, God will test your faith to see if you honestly, truly believe in him the way that you say that you do. And the way that he tests your faith, if it's something that you want, God will deny that. God will deny you of that. And when he deny you of that, it's according to your reaction, whether he allow you to have it or not. Rebecca Sims said, I needed this because I'm sick of my job, messing with my paycheck. Time for me to step out my comfort zone. Exactly, Rebecca, exactly. Ma'am, tell you something. My grandmother told me, she said, Vi, in life, in order to get comfortable, you must first have to get uncomfortable. So you're going to have to take a chance. You're going to have to take a chance. And I'm not telling you to quit your job, but hey, if it take you to take a day off, Rebecca, if it take you to take a day off and go put in an application, not one application, not two applications, not three applications, you go put in 5 applications. Go apply for 5 jobs. Guess what? You have 5 chances. 1 out of 5 chances, somebody will call you. 1 out of 5 chances, somebody will reach back to you. Because I'm going to tell you one thing you don't do. Don't quit old money for new money. Which meaning is don't quit guaranteed money for possible money. So if it take you to take a day off of work, Rebecca, take a day off and just go do application. Just dedicate a full day to applying for different jobs. You go back to work, you already know. Once you go apply for different jobs, therefore you need to write you a 2 weeks notice. You write your 2 weeks notice. Once you write your 2 weeks notice, you just hold on to it until you get a call back. When you get a call back, if you confirm that you got this job, therefore you date that 2 weeks notice, you turn it in and let them know you're going to be resigning. But don't quit old money, guaranteed money, for new possible money. Until you secure the bag, secure the job, then that's when you go on with your process. But don't be If you at a job and you're not happy, if you at a job and you're not happy, it's not going to get any better. You're not going to get happier. It is not going to change. Each and every day you go in there, you're just going to feel yourself deteriorating. You're going to start to develop depression because guess what? You're not happy in the place that you're in. And if you're not happy at work, guess what that translates to? That translates to the home. You go home. Now you carrying your depression from work. Now you carrying it home. No one in your house should be subjected to the problem that you're having at your job. When you start to have problems at your job and it seems to not be fixable, that's the time you need to start seeking something different. And when you start to see something different, like I just say, don't quit. Take a day off and just do and dedicate that day to doing applications and applying for different jobs elsewhere. When you get a call back, put in your 2 weeks notice, do it professionally because we don't want to burn bridges in life because we never know when we may have to cross back over to that bridge. Even though it's a hellhole, guess what? It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? So in life, like I say, Rebecca, we have to lead by example. We are role models. There's always someone watching us, and we can be and we can achieve whatever it is that we look and seek out to achieve. And that's going to allow our children to believe and seek out to be whatever they want to be. Like I say, I didn't have nobody. I'm going to tell y'all something. Where I'm from, in the little town I'm from, I went to high school in a small ass town, population less than 5,000. I went to school, I'm not gonna even blame it on the school. My mom, I never heard of credit until I moved to Minnesota. When I moved to Minnesota, I was fucking 19, 20 years old. At 19 and 20 years old, and you never heard of credit, you're late, you're lost, you're behind. You're behind the ball. I didn't hear about credit till I was 19, 20 years old. That's something I should have knew at fucking 10, 11 years old, the importance of credit. Heck, I was unhappy with my previous job. I quit right after I gave birth to my daughter. I cannot hold on any longer. Hey, if it worked like that and it worked out, no problem. And you did what you're supposed to do. And I'm quite sure you consulted with God and say, God, look, I know this is what's going on, but I can't continue to go back to this place because sometimes people, it has to be like that. But if you, if you have to evaluate your situation and you have to do what's best for your situation. And if that's what's best for your situation, then you have to make that move. And guess what? You tell yourself, I'm willing to live with the consequences that come behind the situation that I choose to make. And like I was getting at, where I'm from, they don't like my son. I talk to my kids now about credit. I talk to my kids, like my older kids, I talk to them about credit because I should have knew about credit when I was fucking 11, 12 years old. It shouldn't have took me till I was 19, 20 in my 20s to understand the values of credit or understand what's the importance of credit. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, we have to lead by example because we can change and we can help the youth. If we teaching our young generation of children the importance of credit, therefore they're not going to make the mistakes that we made. I'm quite sure I wasn't the only one that made a mistake at 18 years old signing up for a credit card, now understanding that you have to pay this money back. This is a bill that you have to pay monthly. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand what a credit card was. I gave, they said you got money. I thought it was just mine. No, you have to pay that back. Damn, my bad. Shit, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? But now, guess what? I bet it won't be able to happen to my children. I'm teaching my children the importance of credit. They won't have to go through what I went through when I learned what credit was. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have to lead by example. We have to set the bar We have to be the motivators for them. We have to be the teacher, the guide for them, because the school is only going to teach them so much. We have to teach our children what real life is and what it was what we have to teach them the real things to focus in the most important things to focus on in life. Because when I was a kid, I swear to God, a lot of stuff that I learned when I was an adult, I should have learned when I was a kid. But I had to understand, like my mother didn't teach me about credit. You know why my mother didn't teach me about credit? I'm quite sure her mother didn't teach her about credit. So on and so forth. Why isn't credit, well, back then, to back in the day, the teaching of the importance of credit wasn't taught to a lot of us, a lot of our ancestors, because they didn't want that to be available to us. Teach them how to invest so they can avoid the credit card. Exactly. Teaching them how to invest, teaching them about the stocks, teaching them about the bonds, teaching them about, the difference between stocks and bonds. All that different stuff is going to help them. All the knowledge that we have now, that if we put it in our kids right now when they're teenagers, it's going to help them. It's only going to help them prosper even more, because they're not going to start behind. We will actually give our younger generation a leap forward, because a lot of us didn't have that leap forward. We weren't privy to a lot of the information we had to grow to know. So with that being said, if we set the bar, we set the standard, and we pass the knowledge down, therefore our younger generation won't have no other choice but to be successful. And if they choose to not be, it would not be because we did not give them the platform in a better position than it was given to us. You know what I'm saying? We've been putting in the work. We've been out here putting in the full work. And guess what? We gonna turn it over to the younger generation, and it's gonna be in good hands for them. And it's up to them to take over and run this shit the way that it should have been. It was designed to be run from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Our people back on top. Our people back on top. So I salute to everybody, each and every one of you that come over and comment. Like I always say, I love when you all come over and comment and get in the chat and dialogue back and forth with me, because it's the motivation. It's the joy that I get from seeing people saying that anything that I bring is helping them, or I'm touching on something. God put this message in my heart this morning as I was getting ready to leave work. I said, man, I want to bring a morning message. Like, what could it possibly be? He told me, lead by example. And you know what? I said, with ease, with ease, naturally, lead by example. Never get complacent, never get content. Because when you become complacent and content, you are blocking yourself from growing. You know what I'm saying? Always want, always push. Push, push, push. Never stop. Never stall. Because one thing about time, it doesn't wait for no man or woman. Time continues to move. Don't be afraid of change. Take that leap of faith. Trust me, each and every one of you, there's something out there for y'all, waiting on y'all to get there. But if you don't apply yourself, guess what your blessing is going to do? It's just going to sit there. God will show you signs that things may not be right. God will show you signs that you may need to change things. But if you don't take heed to those signs, guess what? Your blessing is just going to sit there. You're going to miss out on it. And I'm going to tell y'all something before I get off of here. People understand the greatness in each individual that's on this chat. People around us understand the greatness that's in us. They see the greatness that's in us. But guess what they would do? They would try to discourage us that the greatness that they see in us is not in us. Therefore, we have to stop allowing people to dictate who we are, what we can be, and what we're gonna be. We got to stop allowing people to dictate how far we can go and how far we can't go. We have to we have to take over and do what's for us, do what's in the best interest for you. Do what's in the best interest for you. Do what your heart say do. Not what another person sit back and say, oh, you can't do that. Oh, that's gonna be too much. Oh, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. No, the problem is you shouldn't even be around me. Because if I won't change in my life, I don't need you around telling me what I should and shouldn't do. If I say I want to pack up all my shit today and move to Arizona, I don't need you saying ain't shit in Arizona. Well, apparently there's something in Arizona that God put this in my heart and say I want to get up and pack all my shit and move to Arizona. Good morning, Monica. We got to stop those people around us that are always knocking us, that's always telling us that this is not possible, that is not possible. Guess what? If God put change in your heart, he put it there for a reason. Try it. Try it. If anybody telling you that you can't do something or something ain't gonna work, remove those type of people from around you. That's that negative energy. That's that devilish shit. We got to get those people from around you. You know, if you got to get you, we need more people around us. That if you say I'm moving to Arizona, they need to be like, girl, look, I'm coming with you. Hey, I'm moving to New York. Hey, I'm coming with you. Hey, what you need me to do? Why you leave? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got your kids going up there, get yourself situated. You know, the babies can stay here. You go up there, get yourself situated, then come back and get these babies. So when they come up there, y'all will be comfortable. Them the type of people, that's what you call support. That's what you call support. Support is not telling me that I'm gonna fail before I even attempt to try. That's the devil. Support is going to do whatever it is they can to help you and motivate you to try. A person that supports you is going to do whatever they can to support you. They're not going to sit here and try to discourage you that something that's on your heart is not right, or you shouldn't do, or you shouldn't try. So I challenge people, pay attention to the people that surround you when you're talking about your goals. Pay attention to the people around you when you're talking about your wants in life. You know what I'm saying? Because there's gonna be people that sit around you listening to some of the things you say, and guess what? They know that you have the ability to achieve those things, and they will sit there, look you in your goddamn face, and tell you it ain't gonna work. Now, if y'all say I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. People around you, they see the greatness in you. They know the greatness. They know that you have the ability to achieve whatever it is that you say you want to achieve. But they don't want you to achieve because they want you to remain with them, because they can't get their shit together. They can't think for themselves. They don't have no future plans. They don't have no ambition. But if you are a person that's full of ambition, you can't be around a person that's complacent. If you have ambition, you can't be around a person that's content, because they're always gonna be negative about anything positive that you have to say. Anything positive that you have to say, they are always gonna be negative about it. So you can't be a person with ambition, and a person that wants something in life you can't share the same space with a person that's content. Because if you want, a content person don't. A content person don't want nothing out of life. They okay with what's going on right now with them. But what they want to do is they want you to be content with them. But you know that content is not going to get you nowhere. So guess what? You have to separate their relationship. No hard feelings, but hey, look, I'm on a whole different frequency than you. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody life. I want to put my kids in a position in life. You okay with however you doing and whatever you doing, however you getting it. I want more out of life. I want more. And if you don't want more out of life, you don't want to be around me. Me and you we ain't got nothing to talk about. We on two different accords. We on two different accords. And that's point blank period. I enjoyed each and every one of you coming over this morning for the morning message. I'm telling y'all, man, God put that on my heart this morning to come out, and I asked God for a message this morning to share with the people. And the message he gave me was lead by example. And he also, referenced to people to not be content, to not be complacent. I'm telling y'all, if y'all came into this live late, go back and watch it from the beginning. Trust me, this is a powerful live this morning. A very, very motivating live this morning, because I came on this morning to motivate people to not be content, to not be complacent. I came on this morning to motivate people to take that leap of faith. You're going to have to take that leap of faith. And guess what? If you take it right now, you got 2 weeks left in this year. Take that leap of faith going into the new year, and trust me, God is not going to allow you to fail. But you can't give up. You have to be motivated. You can't be discouraged. You have to be motivated. Kim, what's up, Kim Whitehead? You can't give up. You can't give up. So my message to y'all, man, stay motivated. Don't be content. Don't get complacent. Continue to try. Continue to push. Always want. Don't allow a person to tell you what you can't. Life is what you make it. And each and every one of you that's in this chat, there's a blessing out there for you. There's a blessing out there waiting for you. But you have to be willing to put in the work to go and get it. Just because you fail in life doesn't mean you didn't gain anything. Because through all failures in life, there's always a lesson from it. There's always a lesson in failure. You always learn something. That's what they call trial and error. You always learn from failing in life. So don't be discouraged because one door closed. God says, when one door closed, another door open. So understand that method. So if one door closed, don't get discouraged and say, I quit. I'm done. Because God tests your faith. If you say you have faith in God, you believe in God, that he will lead the way and God will never leave you, nor will he forsake you, that means when one door closed, you should go knock at the next. I don't give a dang on if it's 100 doors. God will allow you to knock at 99 of them doors to get to 100. Your blessing will be sitting there. That's why you can't give up at the first door closing. You better check every single door. Every single door must be checked. You can't get to the God is not a get rich quick scheme. God will stall you out. God will stall you out. God is not a get rich quick scheme. He will stall you out. Like I say, if it's 100 doors, God will test your faith and your patience. Just because one door closed doesn't mean another door won't open. But it may not be that first door or that second door. It may not be the 90th door or the 95th door. It just may be that 100th door. When you say, if this ain't it right here, God, I don't know what to tell you. And you go for that, and that door open. Guess what? You will be rewarded abundantly. I mean, you will be showered down on in a way that you would have never have thought, because God saw that you didn't give up. God saw that you didn't get content. God saw that you didn't get discouraged. You knocked on every door. You knocked on every door. You crossed every T. You dotted every I. And you remained faithful in your belief that God had something for you. And you checked and checked and checked and checked until you found. And that's all God wants us to do. Want us to believe and know that, and continue to have the faith in him that he's not going to leave us, nor will he forsake us. He's not going to put no more on us than we can bear. And he ain't going to take us through nothing that he's not going to bring us out of. That's it. So when you fail, don't give up. Take the good from it and bring that to the next opportunity. And if you fail again, take the good from that and bring it to the next opportunity. Whenever you fail, just take the good from it, take the lesson from it, and continue to move to the next opportunity. Because eventually you're going to get to an opportunity where all the good things you took from those failed attempts, you'll be able to reap the benefits of it all. I hope this morning message helps somebody. I hope this morning message encouraged somebody. Miss Rebecca, I told you, take that leap of faith. Step out on the leap on God, on that leap of faith, and take a chance. Your heart is not telling you you need change in your life for no reason. That's God. Your heart is not telling you, Miss Rebecca, your heart is not telling you that you need change in your life at this moment. That's God giving you a sign. That's God coming to you telling you that the situation you're in has ran its course. So you might want to start looking into different avenues and taking different chances. And don't be discouraged if you don't land something right off. Just continue to push, continue to try. Eventually, God is going to put you somewhere that's for you. That he has a place that's made and perfectly fit for you, just for you. But you have to do your part. Therefore, you and God hold each other accountable, and things are going to work out for you just fine. Thanks for everyone that came over. I'm telling y'all this morning, boy, God had it on me this morning. And I gave it to y'all the way that he gave it to me. I love each and every one of y'all the way that God loves us all. I pray that each and every one of y'all have blessings and nothing but blessings upon blessings throughout y'all endeavors in life. If y'all can, share the video, share the video out for me, help me. Like, it just helped me just get the word out. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that come over and get in the chat, because it's the chat that keeps me going. When I read these comments, I read what people saying, how some of the things that I talk about is helping them. I appreciate the understanding that God gives me to be able to come out and speak to you all. So My day is over with. Well, when I take my son to school, my day will be over with. But I'm greatly appreciative of each and every one of you. Tanya Campbell, thank you a lot. Thank you for being over here. Thank you for watching the live. Thank you for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. You know, you're a regular, and I like seeing when regulars come in. I like seeing when new faces come in. I like seeing anybody come in, because guess what? This word is not just for me. This word is for all of us. And we all have to be held accountable. We all have to lead by example. Because if we all lead by example and we all hold each other accountable, guess what? We in good hands. We all are in good hands. So with that being said, I salute to each and every one of you.
Yeah. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave me. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave me. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave. Please show me your true colors. Yeah. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave me. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave. Baby girl, leave me.